On this episode of Brooklyn Versus, we have an all-lady panel. We're talking women in sports and the encompassing issues around them. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get the debate going.
Go, Bridgeside!
Hey everybody, welcome to Brooklyn Versus. I'm Katie Rapusa. I am one of the producers here, and tonight we have a panel full of ladies, and we are talking women in sports. So let me introduce them. We have Amory, we have Tara, and we have Stephanie. Real quick, ladies, what makes you guys sports fans? What are you big sports of? Start with you.
I was born out of the womb a diehard sports fan. I think most sports fans are. I think it's just born into you, into the blood, mostly because my family influenced. But I'm a huge NFL fan, especially the Minnesota Vikings. But I love all sports.
Tara?
I didn't come out of the womb loving sports. I came out of the womb into a family with three brothers. And you don't cry when you have three brothers, no matter what injury you have or hospital bill you have, you don't cry. But when I was 4 years old, the Rangers won the Stanley Cup, and I didn't know how to process. I didn't know how to process the emotions, so I was very overcome just by the scene. I had no idea what was going on, and I teared up a little bit, and I immediately was made fun of, turned around and screamed about it, but since then it's just
Hockey
all day.
Awesome. Steph?
I was also a hockey fan, but a very recent one. The Golden Knights are my team.
Yeah, very recent. You don't know heartbreak yet.
I know.
I think you know heartbreak.
I'm getting there. Watching the normal games was stressful enough. A lot of liquor in my system.
You go for
I can relate to that.
Yeah, no, every time. I'm expecting it. My liver's strong. But I'm also a wrestling fan since I was very little.
Yeah.
So I stopped for a little bit, but then got back into it about 8 years ago.
Yes, WWE for me.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins burned it down, but and I also
you gotta teach me.
Dallas Cowboys fan. So yeah,
I don't have a problem with it.
we're in a good spot.
Yeah.
So
Great
let's
spot.
Hockeyfights.com. That's all you need. Every day, every morning, just hockeyfights.com.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's really fun.
So let's kick off tonight's topic.
notes.
Let's talk about the top women in sports. A lot of people say Serena Williams is the best.
Can they
in the
name
world.
any more?
I mean, that's the question.
I mean,
who
including us.
I mean, that's the question. Who are the top female athletes currently?
You know, I mentioned Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
See, so does Venus and Serena, do they fight a lot, like when they get at home?
I
Like
wonder.
as siblings?
They,
I mean,
they play together.
how do they...
I think
Each other.
Isn't there a lot of sibling rivalry, though? I mean,
But how annoying must that be? Like, are they at the same level? Are they just beating each other?
I think Serena's let's just call it what it is. I think she's the better one.
That's a horrible
They were
Thanksgiving
winning
dinner.
when they were together.
I don't want it.
They won when they
Horrible.
played together.
but yeah,
so
it's
there's
like
something
it's
to
like
it.
Gretzky and his brother. His brother had 3 goals. And Gretzky had the rest.
going back to the boys.
We're just gonna go back to the boys, but
Eli Payton. I mean, we could go
Yeah,
on
you
for
go all
days.
But
day.
let's focus on the ladies.
Yeah.
Who would you say, Tara, is one of the top female athletes that comes to your mind?
one of the top.
Oh, hockey.
No, Shalane Flanagan. So hockey isn't always my thing, but running. So she was the first American to win the New York City Marathon.
Okay.
And having her do the sport it's not super well known, but that is a sport that you need to be able to push yourself through, regardless if you have people cheering for you or if you're alone on mile 18. And
Sure.
she is just unreal when it came down to that. So I always looked at her and her ability to self-motivate and not make any noise about it. Just go and crush it.
Yeah. What about you, Amory? Other than
Top-
Caitlyn Jenner.
I know. I'm just trying to be funny,
I know.
I definitely, I know we were looking at a list prior to the show, but I definitely love Lindsey Vonn. I think we touched on that. She is just an awesome person.
I'd say she's the top
And
skier. that
Danica
anybody can.
Patrick, I think because recently I sat in on a podcast with her and I was blown away. You know when you learn, you first judge people and then when you sit and learn their story, she blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
She was a high school dropout, which
I did not know
And
that.
you corrected me.
dropped-
She's not the girl from the Wonder Years.
no.
Her name is also Danica, and for many, many years, I
No.
thought they were the same person.
Danica
back in health
Patrick
class.
is one of the greatest
assume she
race
stopped
car
acting.
drivers in the world now.
Go
female,
Daddy.
GoDaddy.
Yeah, that's what she is.
Dating
the
Aaron
GoDaddy.
Rodgers. and,
Okay, she's doing something right.
Doing something right, I guess so. Minnesota Viking fan, so a little tough subject for me. But I never knew she dropped out of high school to pursue racing, and her parents were like, "What are you doing?" And it took her years, but she overcame everything, and she's a bad lady.
Yeah.
Boss.
I mean, for me, I know that it is predetermined, but for me, female wrestlers are pretty intense
cool.
athletes, like Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
a
watched
few years
Divas,
ago,
I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, they
Nikki
are
Bella,
athletic.
She broke her neck for that
Yeah.
company. Like, she is tough, and I mean, just the level that they compete
For
at.
athleticism, I would say for wrestling, it's Charlotte Flair.
And entertainment,
yeah.
there's such a
She's
skill
a
to it.
monster.
Not everyone
she is
insanely
actually
athletic and
just the physicality.
yeah, her I would go with. Her,
But she also has an awesome ability too, because there does come that aspect where you also need to be putting on a show.
Yeah,
As far as
which a
goes.
lot of people don't have as performers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, as athletes, we're entertainers, but I mean, it's
You
really a
actually also
skill.
have to
Especially
like
for
put on a
wrestling, you
show.
need both. It's just
You
as important
need-
to be entertaining as an individual as it is to be athletic.
Yeah. I
Because
mean, they're
if you
super
have one
athletic.
without the other, you're gonna be like the magic trick is gonna go away pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like the curtain's gonna be pulled back. The
audience will see
if
right through
you're
you.
lacking in one or the other.
I mean, Gabby Douglas, she won some gold medals at the last Olympics.
Oh, she was
She's like
incredible.
16 years old.
Yeah.
But she also
all
has
those,
such a
all
story.
those gymnasts,
Yes.
man.
Such a story from her too.
I think that's true. That this when you can appreciate
so
their
young.
athleticism, but
They're
when you hear
so
the
young.
stories behind them, you're like, wow, that's even more impressive that you were able to pull off whatever feat it was.
especially in my opinion in those types of sports, because the individual sports also require you to be so, especially at such a young age, because when I was 15, forget it.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be so focused, and so everything
life.
that you do is so regimented, and it's eat, sleep, breathe your sport, and you cannot rely on anybody else to do anything. So good on any person in those individual type sports.
I mean, I
So
took
true.
gymnastics as a kid, but I just can do a cartwheel. And even after that, I pull my
Speaking
back
of breaking
out.
necks while you're doing sports,
Yes.
It's impressive. I'm in pain after, but I think that's an accomplishment.
For sure. For sure.
I think they're done like with their like Olympic career like at a young age. I mean, you're like Olympian champion, and then you're like
Yeah, you
Wait,
maybe
like
get
21,
two,
20
maybe
or
get 2
18?
Olympics in your life, right? Like
yeah,
it's-
like and then your life
Yeah.
is just starting.
yeah.
and even then, just to
And then what
get
do you
to
do?
the Olympics, then what do you do after? In fact, there's a book that opens up with that, the best running book ever, Shalane Flanagan. It's called Once a Runner, and the opening chapter is the guy walking on the track after his Olympics. He's like, what now?
Yeah, because you've
What
reached
do I do?
exactly what you've been training for
Yeah,
your
there's
life.
so it definitely is a huge
Do they all mostly
realization.
have a very early
reality check.
retirement age?
No, it's just anybody who happens, you get there and then it's over. And it's like, okay, now what's life? Because my life was this. So when you see these, especially these female athletes at such a young age, and especially it seems like they can also be ostracized by their peers. Because you see these, they're not growing up with the class.
Yeah, like
they're
normal.
not there.
I mean, it's also pretty intimidating. Like,
Of course,
I'm
yeah,
going
but
to my
then
prom.
that
Oh, really? I
jealousy
have an
stuff.
Olympic medal.
yeah.
You can't really connect with people.
Nice
with your peers.
corsage.
But you also have
Just
to miss
doing
those
backflips on the
events.
dance floor, right? Totally.
But I mean, there's other people that are missing those events because they're dedicated to whatever their
Yes.
sport is.
I mean, I was recruited to play college basketball. I didn't play, so let's not get crazy. But I wasn't allowed to go on ski trips. Like I had to like sign papers. Like and,
Oh, yeah, you
like
can't
you
do
can't do anything.
I remember missing like home or showing up to homecoming in high school because it was my recruit year. You show up, or even just the you don't get a summer because after high school when you do sports in college, like ran track,
It's your life.
you show up months in
Yeah.
advance. The good thing is though, you do make good friends because it's like, hey, I'm new. Oh, well, you are my friends now because we are all stuck with each other
Yeah.
for 4 years.
I think sports in general brings such a sense of community in general. I think that's why people bond over it and make like long friends over sports.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe bringing it back to Serena, why they were so successful. Venus, I think, if she didn't retire, she just, plays less. But their father and their parents pushed them to be that great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that drive came from within as well, but they had each other. So even if they were missing other school events, they had each other to lean on and say, we're going through this at the same time. So that they probably pushed each other and then also competed together, which is kind of great.
And I think actually, I just realized this right now, I think that especially in young girls in sports, now in this day and age with everybody, there's so much social media and this and that, and Photoshop and talking and all that, cyberbullying and stuff. There's the competition just to be cool and improve yourself or whatever, just to make friends, especially amongst young girls, is so at an all-time high that I think that the importance of the bonds and the friendships that you make from just that organic, friendships. I said it, I'll say it twice. Hey man, I got no words. But friendships that you make with your teammates. That camaraderie is something that is so important for young people, especially young girls, to have in their life. So the push for women in sports and the push, or these women who are now at the top of their sports, is something that really should be promoted. And we should really look up to that because it's offering an opportunity for the younger girls to see this, be inspired, and then get that sense of camaraderie, even if they don't go to the Olympics, even if they don't,
Professionally.
go even to play in college. Like they've made friendships that are definitely long lasting, and they're going to make friends with people who they may have not otherwise.
And playing off that, speaking of young women, there have been a lot of young women, especially recently, who have been breaking ground and trailblazing their different sports. Most notably, I would say recently, Tony Harris, who is the first female to sign letters of intention to play to play college football in a skilled position. She's a defensive back. And so she's so yes.
Now I read she's a 5'7" and 166 pounds, which she's pretty. I mean, that's pretty.
You got to work hard to get
a lot
there.
of muscle, yeah.
That's a lot of muscle for I mean the average 5'7" build, but for a female, but that's still pretty small, I think, for a.
What position?
She's a defensive back.
Yeah, free safety.
In college
even
football.
Still, to even get to that level and maintain that level, for a female, for a man, it's hard enough. How many guys you see just spooning down that creek like?
Yeah.
But for a female to get to that
how many
point,
men are 5'7" in general?
Yeah, it's true. Don't
any
hate.
sport.
Well,
We need
Lexi Bogues.
the only one I can
But it's
think of.
unusual in
Max
football.
Zuccarello
It's
is
unusual
fighting.
in football for
under
that height.
5'10" for people to be under 5'10".
Yeah. But I think that's opening doors.
She was in
for
a
it
Super
to
Bowl
be-
ad. I mean, cleaning up that dough. Just kidding. It's not about money.
It was a stand-in.
But yeah, I think that-
air though. But
I think
there.
she is inspiring. But what other trailblazing women have there been that even in sports in general, maybe not athletes, but any kind of like.
To touch back on running is Catherine Schweitzer, who was the first woman to.
Also, speaking of linebacker and defensive ends, yeah. This woman, holy moly.
Was the first woman to run in a marathon, but only Boston Marathon, when women were not allowed. She kind of like went in the system and got her bib. That's what they're called, right, Miss Runner?
Sure thing.
Bib.
Running away from a
and and people literally, officials were trying to like take her down, but her boyfriend at the time, I don't know if she ended up with him, was blocking for her, and she finished the race.
So she wasn't allowed? What is
No,
that?
women were not allowed to run
So then
marathons.
how did
This
she
was in
get to that?
1967.
She used an initial, and she gets in, and there's a famous photo of a man, some of the not the officials, but the people working for him, literally going in for a full-on football tackle on this tiny woman. And runners are little, not short, 5'11", but they are not 166-pound, 5'7".
more like toned.
Very lean.
No, they are lean,
Yeah.
nothing.
runners
And this
usually.
guy's diving over people to get her.
Get her.
And so not
Stop
only
her.
is she running 26.2 miles, and not only did she have the drive to just be able to run that far, she also was able to do it with just deflecting these people and push her way through.
So are they just driving at certain points in the marathon, like trying to get her?
Yep.
Yeah, and then it took, and then this.
So it's like a Looney Tunes
not
cartoon. They're
until
just trying to draw like a.
Not until another
like a
5
different
years.
road.
So she was an activist too. So not until and an author, and she's a boss babe. It took another 5 years for women to officially be able to run marathons. So 1972, women were officially, and she opened that path for people.
Yeah.
And then she won the New York Marathon for women in 1974.
Boom.
So I think she's one of those ladies that open doors.
I think definitely needs to be mentioned.
Definitely. A lot of people don't. Yeah, and I guess she started a thing her bib number's 261, so they have shirts that say 261. I think we should all get one.
Also, isn't 26.1 the length of the
Sure
marathon?
is.
So I thought that's pretty cool.
26.1 glorious miles.
Glorious.
They're most glorious.
Yeah, I
every
mean-
time she ran, they just tried to keep stopping her, even after the rule was passed.
Yeah,
like,
what a
Leave
distraction.
her alone. It's fine. No. It's
She was
It's
dodging.
for male principle. We have to stop her.
She probably ran 30 miles because she kept zigzagging. Nope, can't get me. You almost had me.
I think another woman that needs to be mentioned is Ronda Rousey. We were talking about
Oh, yeah,
wrestling
Ronda.
earlier.
On you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she had an amazing career in
Oh,
UFC.
yeah, for UFC, that was insane. That was something that was not seen before. And for me, I have never watched it. And she also was the one that had me start watching it. So then I started following her, getting invested in what her career was, and of course when she lost for the first time. But after her came a lot of other insane women athletes, and it's really similar to now that she's working with WWE. She's brought on a lot of new eyes to the wrestling product that would not have been there before. I've seen several acquaintances I know who don't have a lot of respect for wrestling, but they did for MMA fighting, and they have since been real quiet about bad-mouthing wrestling since their girl Rousey is now is now in the ring. Like, oh, okay, we get it. You need to also be athletic to do this sport, even if it's sports entertainment.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God.
So that's at least been nice. Is at least for the small population that would not have watched it or would not have given it the respect it deserves.
Sure.
She's brought that there, at least for that, for that crowd.
I never watched that fight. I never watched fighting before. I just fought brothers. But the Rousey fights was just like, drop everything. We have to watch this. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
And I didn't, it
And it never
just
took
brings
long
in
because
such, yes.
it never took long because
crushed
she
it,
got
didn't
them knocked out in 30 seconds. It was mostly didn't take long at all.
And to touch on one more topic, outside of the actual players, Sarah Thomas was the first woman to officiate an NFL game. I think that's amazing,
And
I wish I could do it.
And she was not only that, like she was the first one to officially officiate a college game, a bowl game, a Big Ten game, and she actually this year she was the first female to do a postseason playoff game, Chargers versus Patriots.
Right.
And and a lot of they just mentioned a couple offensive receivers when I was reading up on her. They said she's really good. And I think it just comes down to knowing the game.
Yeah.
And this opens doors for a lot of females.
We know the rules too.
We know the rules too.
Believe it or not.
We know the rules.
Maybe we're just choosing not to listen to you.
There you go.
Well, and no one likes officials. I mean, that's just not a fun job.
I mean, it's my favorite thing to yell at how dumb the ref was,
on.
right?
Hey,
I
are
mean,
you kidding me?
that's
Check
how-
your
matter who
phone,
you
Raph. You have
are.
a couple missed calls.
Yeah, a couple missed calls.
LOL.
Yeah, I think, I wish I could be a referee. I wish I knew more rules. But that brings us to, I read a quote while I was researching this weekend that Mike Francesa said that women...
I'm already in. I need to know what he said.
Tell me everything.
Just wait. Mike Francesa said that women have no place. It is ludicrous to think a woman can coach men. Tara, do you have
First
any
of all,
thoughts on this?
I heard the term ludicrous the other day because of a bad call in a hockey game, but ludicrous, really?
But
I haven't heard that name since, and I said this, I
1999?
haven't, since 2002 when
Yeah.
Move Bitch came out.
But do you think that women? The topic is: do you think women can compete in men's leagues?
But do you guys know Francesa too? I'm not justifying, but he also it's probably one of his the way he speaks is
Ludicrous maybe?
is ludicrous. Maybe.
So there's, I'll go on both sides of this.
Be diplomatic.
I'll be a little switcher or whatever. When it comes down to competing in a sport, if you have, there's a certain elite level. Now, right now, there's an elite level for men, and there's an elite level for women. And that's not just because somebody was like, hey, men. Physiologically speaking, you are capable, reaching elite. It's going to take the same amount of effort to hit that level elite as a male as it would for a female to reach the female bar. But if somebody is capable of meeting the standards that have been set, or that high bar that has been set, yeah, you should be able to, but that doesn't mean that the bar is going to be lowered. And there's if you're going to cry about the fact that you can't be in a men's sport because you're a female, in the way I look at it, I'm like, you can't be in a men's sport, not because you're a female, but because you have not met the skill level or the...
You never played in a men's league also.
Yeah, exactly. And
I agree with
even
you,
further,
yeah.
it's just biologically, you aren't meeting the cutoff. So even if you were a man, you still wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
But
and I think that's the point.
If somebody can
some.
make it that's a female, by all means, get out there.
Awesome.
He was also
Seriously.
saying he was also saying it applied to coaching.
It did, which
is
is
like,
very unusual
I'm pretty
because
sure
there are
you
so
can
many
know
female
the
coaches.
strategy and rules. I don't think that has to do with my estrogen level.
But I will play devil's advocate. There is a certain level of distraction that can come from having a female coach. And there can be a huge, it's not even a matter of not taking them seriously, but there is definitely a distraction level. And it's not even so much the taboo of having a female tell you what to do, because majority of these men have had their moms,
Right.
tell. It's just and again, unfortunately, it's not saying that men are dogs and they can't handle being around a woman. I will be the first to say that I've had coaches from hockey to volleyball to gymnastics, like a man, and I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you, but it's because he was hot. And I was there
There's
showing
something
up
to that.
excited because he was good
Majority
looking.
of my
So it can
coaches
be
were males.
yeah,
though.
but you're good looking.
Majority
But-
of my coaches growing up were men. I had one female,
But
two female
as an
coaches.
adult, if you
Yeah.
have a bunch of grown men, and in the same sense, a bunch of grown women, and it does, and it can and does happen, where it may possibly, that's just like the one thing that I could see.
And that's the argument.
That's the only
whose
tiny
onus
little
is that
argument.
on? And then that's the argument, like, whose responsibility is that?
Yeah, but at the end
You
of the
know,
day,
if
too, then it's like,
that's up to
are we going to
all
waste
of
our
you to not
time
be
and money
distracted.
trying to make a statement, or are we going to try and do what's going to be best for the team? But again, like I said, that is one tiny little argument. You could just get somebody that's qualified, and it's not going to be a distraction. So the
Sure.
bar needs to be met in all aspects.
I absolutely agree with you. I think the first instance that came to mind when we were deciding these topics was China was the first woman to win a men's
Yeah.
title in
The
WWE
Intercontinental.
because she was a giant
Yeah.
person. She physically
In a
could
way,
meet.
she was-
she
yeah.
physically
No, I-
could
Very
meet that challenge.
Yeah, and there's been a few instances where there's been, bigger females that have been involved.
How big was she? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need to know. Is she
I'm
Yao
like
Ming's
a
mom?
big female.
I don't know her height stats,
just-
but she was very
I was just
muscular.
curious.
I want to say
Very-
over 6 feet.
Jacked Daniels.
Yeah.
Jackie
Yeah.
Daniels.
No, I know who she is. It's just
No, but
like
she was-
sometimes people like I'm considered a big female.
I would
so-
think she was probably 6 foot.
was
I
I'm
think that
6
is a
foot,
reasonable
yeah.
thing
5'11".
to.
I feel like she was.
You got me.
Yeah, but she was
That's a
the muscle mass
Yeah.
that she had definitely was up to the level of the men competing.
Well, bring it
At
back.
least
Look at
in
Serena Williams.
some-
Yeah.
And there's
Well,
always
She could
that.
box
There's
jump
always
an
that.
RP.
There's always that argument of it's wrestling, it's also a story you're watching. So there is that level of believability. That's always the argument. Again, that's the devil's advocate
but I think they
argument.
wouldn't
is
put-
if you're watching it, am I going to believe that this woman can beat this man?
And she's probably one of
even
the
though we know
few
it's a
that you could
storyline.
believe that.
Right, but that's people who don't want to see intergender wrestling, that's usually where they go to sometimes. That's the reason as well, this is not believable, even though there's characters. The Undertaker's supposed to be someone who's a dead man walking around. Like, when I hear about that argument, it's a little silly because some of the characters that we've seen, where's your level of believability when it comes to that? So,
Wait,
true.
since China won, has there been a lot of male versus female?
they
For the
No.
belts?
played around with it.
They do a-
recently, almost like they're teasing it. It's more so on the independent wrestling scene.
Okay.
Where there's so many instances, and
Okay.
they're great matches.
Well,
because
I'm
they're
just
both
saying,
athletic.
why did they China and then we stopped? China won, and so then there was no more
kind of
battles after.
In a way, for
I
the
think there
Royal
was some
Rumble,
back
there's been a
politics
few
there as well. But
Yeah, for the Royal
It's
Rumble,
also
where
very
it's a bunch
early
of them.
for the time. It was a very that was one of the first times. Actually, yeah, for China in wrestling, she was the first one. Like woman
she was the first,
to be,
the one to be like a competitive, not just like walking out with her boyfriend or
be
real
valets or
real or
models,
false.
yeah.
some
Valet,
sun
yes.
upside
Yeah.
down.
She
right?
one
There's
of
been
the
a few
bigger-
female.
And didn't you say it's going to happen in the Royal Rumble, the WrestleMania this year?
No, but this is the first year that women are headlining.
Where it's the main event of WrestleMania.
There's 3 women. It's Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch. And it's usually a title match with the men, obviously, but it's
was
3
Ronda
women
Rousey
as the
roundhouse
main
somebody.
event that will end the whole show.
That's
You
really
go off
cool.
on a high note, right? So. Yeah.
And there's
Pretty big.
arguments about that too, about how is this really the best choice? And
I mean, I might have
the business side. I feel like
absolutely.
Yes.
So when you do that,
Marketing.
it's a great choice.
I have.
Oh yeah, that's going to bring in so
Would I
much.
have
I'll
yeah.
watch.
I
It's
wouldn't
an-
have
I
made
think
that
it's-
decision, but I don't run the company. But a female does. Stephanie McMahon is sort of running WWE right now until they officially hand it
Yeah,
over to her.
her
But
father, I think, is taking
I-
a bit of a step back. At least that's what it looks like creatively
Absolutely.
to me. So I think that's where a lot of these other
I mean,
newer
women
ideas you haven't seen
empowerment is
before.
kind of
I think
in right now.
she's absolutely showing her influence in pushing the women to the forefront, which
Yeah.
I don't think is a bad thing. I just I love Seth
It
Rollins.
will
so.
probably, honestly, it'll probably get there once. My personal opinion is I think if Vince is not so much involved in creative, I think we're going to see more intergender wrestling. I think he personally, I don't think he's for it.
Sure.
Like I said, we see it all over on independent wrestling. And they're great matches. It's really fun to watch. You don't really care about believability or, this woman is much smaller than this
Okay.
man.
I think
I
Yeah.
have questions.
Yeah.
Wait, women would have the upper hand in my
No,
opinion.
I really have questions.
Oh,
about
yeah?
this. This
because
is
they're so much
fascinating.
more flexible and they have much
Right.
more of a range of motion. So
Well, that's what I have questions
Get in there.
about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so like for example, like when I play golf with my family or whatever, there's I don't know if you know much about golf, but there's like
You
where
suplex a bunch of people.
and you
then you
suplex
get
a bunch of people.
to the
like
18th
there's
hole.
a women's tee and a men's tee.
Really?
Where women tee off from and where men tee off from.
Oh.
Okay.
So
well, it kind of makes sense.
Okay, so wait. So I'm gonna say a couple things like, or if you're playing, let's say one-on-one in basketball, like certain things. So like I'm thinking, right, like what the normalcy is, like a guy is gonna beat you, or they can run faster or tee off further.
Yeah,
What I'm
yeah.
saying for wrestling, just because I'm not that knowledgeable, is the story pre-written for the headliners, and we know who's going to win before.
We don't. They do.
They do.
Wrestlers do.
Oh, so it's like acting.
So it is not an actual they're not fighting.
They're wrestling correct. They know that
This is what I'm
wrestlers-
trying to
I
understand.
don't know
That's
this.
what I'm trying to understand.
Thank
So,
you. Oh, we've
you're
shattered the
welcome.
illusion for her.
You just ruined this whole thing. I thought they truly went in there, guns ablaze, and
They
swinging.
also say the NBA
That's
is,
UFC.
you know.
you know how the magic trick works.
So my whole thing is, like, let's say they do
Right.
put a female and male against each other. So what is the debate going to be? That, like, they're going to let a woman win?
And then they're going to be like, oh, you just did that to make women happy. And then they're going to let the
It's-
man win. And they're going to be like, you hate women.
I would hope not. I would hope it's whatever the storyline is. Wrestling also has tons of
That's why I think
storylines.
it's so interesting.
People call it a soap opera with wrestling.
Yeah.
There's storylines that go years
people
back.
love sports because it's drama.
Yeah,
That's all sports.
And it's the
That's
same
why we
thing.
watch
There's different storylines and different characters and their motivations and what they want. And I would hope that's more so what they're concentrating on. If WWE ventures into intergender more, I would hope that's what it is what makes more sense for the story and for each character's development, whether that means the man or woman wins.
I have to.
I would hope it goes that way. I hope it's not placating. When they first have that match, when it's a man and a woman, I hope it's not that. I hope it is just whatever fits the storyline best. They've teased it. They've had. There was a male.
I don't want you to go too much longer
yeah.
because we're going to get to our challenge now.
I'm taking all of you down.
So instead of
Stretch.
no men, it's the ladies that are going to play, and we're going to compete against each other because we're awesome. So we are playing.
Healthy
I
competition.
don't want people to
I should have
judge.
taken a pre-workout.
I don't want people to judge my athleticism off Wii Sports.
I mean,
I've been
I think this
working
is
really
this
hard
is
lately.
definitely the bar for my athleticism. So
All
we're going
right.
to play Wii Sports tennis.
Holy
we have
moly.
already made our Mies.
How come I'm the only one with the blue shirt? Boys rule? I don't know. I like blue.
Let's see. So
I am
okay.
Crisco.
Do I have
This
Giant
this
grandma.
is gonna be.
grandma.
We're going out
go.
strong
Should we
here.
do best of 3?
Yeah.
I mean, you're in charge.
Hold on. Okay, let's go. I'm the less
Since I know
Wait,
no
okay.
rules of tennis, I don't know
So
what
it
best of
is.
3 means.
It's me and Stephanie versus Amory and Tara.
Which is the button?
No button.
hold the-
no,
I just
there's
have
no
to-
button.
you hold
Oh,
the
I just
bottom.
hold the bottom?
Just watch.
So yeah, no button. You're just using your actual movement.
I mean,
God. Out. You're out.
no. The
ball is
The ball is out.
I made
we'll watch
contact.
this replay, but I'll skip through.
I
them.
mean,
Oh, yeah, no, we got it. Good job.
Okay. Oh, so
Remember I said about
is that?
teamwork?
Does anyone know how scoring in tennis works?
yes.
Yeah, you guys
Okay,
just scored it. I'm
can
upset.
you explain it to me?
There you
Why,
go.
why isn't it 1?
Because it's love. You get 30 points.
But
Makes
okay.
more interesting. That's you, girl. Put the
There
team
you
on your
go.
back, okay?
Oh, we're mad.
Oh, and now I'm singing a tune.
I wonder what it is.
Actually, what I said was boom shakalaka. I don't know if you know this.
I
but-
said boom goes to dynamite, so we're both
Okay,
up.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Listen,
We're,
I'm sorry.
Get the squiggly
I
thing.
am Venus, you're Serena.
wow, good thing this is 3 games. Okay.
Holy shit.
This went fast.
Just get in there. Can I go to the back? Can I back up?
Get.
Oh, okay.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, you
Oh,
totally.
see, I got mad. It had like a little squiggly lines above me.
You look like pig pen.
Is that me cursing?
Probably.
a lot at the same time.
Like,
Oh, I thought that was game point. Oh. Okay. Well, you guys
we're-
won. Either way.
Women know so much about sports.
This is
we're
not
breaking
yeah.
no stereotypes.
This is I don't know any. I'll make the stereotype. Women don't know
did you
anything
just see
about.
this serve?
video
I'm
games.
so sorry, but I'm sorry.
Ace.
Oh, it's ace. See.
Yeah. Boom shakalaka. Can I just? I don't want to be in the front all the time.
I'm
So I just want to let you know that Serena is known for her serve.
Okay.
Serena Williams.
So I'm just demonstrating that.
wanted to see that thing go flying. Oh, I've still got a blue shirt on.
Woo!
I just really want to stay on
You're heating
brand
up.
topic.
You're
like,
heating up right now. Serve it up. Serve that sauce. Nice.
Oh,
I'm playing that right!
hey.
She's old. She doesn't know what she's
Shoot, that's why I made myself taller. I made myself taller when I made my person, because you know.
I love how the audience has no hands.
Yeah, they're all like,
Stephanie, you're
hilarious.
serving.
Oh, am
get
I?
in there, Krista.
I think it's
So,
like,
like, you know how like
you
you
lift up your
ball.
controller and then swing it over
do
your
I-
shoulder. Like, yeah.
Hey! All right.
That's girl.
That's you. Get in there. Get in.
Oh, sing about low.
Yes, we're singing.
Son of a.
Wait,
was me back.
when you do well, you
I
sing.
think we're pretty
Okay.
close to the.
Sorry, don't
didn't
move your
notice
chair.
I'm sorry. I'm into the game. I really want to win.
Oh, right.
Oh.
You
Helps
got
if you
me
make the
dripping.
noise.
Well, I don't think. Oh, where?
All right. Was that me? That was me. Look at that line shot. Right on the line.
That floater.
Floater is. It was just a little delayed on that one. I just don't want to hit
Can we
anybody.
move around? That's what I'm. See that backhand?
Oh, I did see that backhand.
So is it like, if it goes out, am I not supposed to swing at it? That's why we're mad?
I don't know.
Well, yeah,
it's
as long as it's out of
No
bounds,
idea.
it's against us. This is. Just
hope I never have to serve.
I don't.
It was a second bounce. That's a glitch in the game.
So speaking of,
Take it out and blow on it.
Let's go back to
Listen.
our first topic. Like, has Serena Williams ever made you guys want to watch tennis, or have you watched tennis
You know
because
what?
of it?
This makes me never
I'm
want to
gonna- I'm
watch
gonna
it,
tell-
I'll be honest with you.
I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, I fell.
This makes me never want to watch it. Go.
Okay. Well, when it comes to, when it comes to certain sports, I like when it's like big matches or like, you know,
Everybody's talking
Wimbledon
about it.
or yeah.
Wait, how
Like-
did we win?
Wait, we lost. What's going on?
Like I don't.
This is why I don't watch tennis. It's a sham.
Yeah, Kriska. I'm the only one that didn't put
This
my
was
real
a
name on it.
strong segment, strong closer here.
Okay, thank you. All right, one more.
One more.
Oh, one more, yeah.
I think we were playing a match of
think,
3, so I think we're even now.
I haven't even had to serve
let's
yet.
do
I think
Unfortunately.
tennis is a great sport.
best of 5.
I got a
skill level not
skill
gone
level
up?
is 0. I'm sorry.
We haven't improved.
What?
Collectively, though.
Come again?
We collectively
Maybe this
fail.
is our. Oh, I'm
All
sorry.
right, I'm in. Not yet though.
Oh,
Don't hit me. Oh, you hit the net. It's okay, man. Hey, man, can't go all day. You can't go all day.
I get.
Yeah. Get,
It's not your fault. They don't have
Cheers.
hands.
oh shit.
Their hands are not attached
Yo,
to their
in
torso.
her
This is a
You see
drink,
that? Did you
this
see
is
that?
a drink-friendly game. I think.
Did you see that line with like I'm halfway in my mug and I got
Yeah.
it like it's out up top where grandma
that
keeps
made
the
me
peanut
like
butter.
this game more because you can drink and play.
I have this free
Like, I
hand.
don't have
one
a problem
hand
with
on
this.
my wee stick.
Rich people sport too. So it's a lot of fun to go to the events.
The Queen does not like tennis, though. Fun fact
Who's the queen?
of England.
Okay.
Not Beyonce.
What do you
I'm
mean,
sure
what's
she's
her
fine
name?
with it.
Out of there,
Oh,
grandma.
I should have just left it alone.
Got nothing left.
I don't know.
Give us
how
a
to
nice
go.
dive, though.
She's
Oh,
an artist.
okay. Let's. Oh, wow. That is not what I meant to do.
See, I keep looking over here like a fool. We're on this screen.
No, we're on this one.
You guys are.
Yeah, no, I kept looking over there.
See, I just hit it back. And then
I don't know how to go through all the
then you just
replays,
forgot.
so I'm so sorry. I'm
don't
trying
need
to
to
go
see
through
the
the
replay. I
replays,
know what
but
I've done.
it's not working. Because I'm super good at
Yes.
video games.
I just think. See, I used to get
upset.
frustrated whenever I tried to play like Madden and stuff. I was like, this is not
I've never.
athleticism.
This isn't realistic.
We always played
I know,
driving
but I'm gonna get
games
carpal
growing up.
tunnel. Can I invoice you?
Like, I like a good Mario Kart.
Love Mario Kart.
little
I'm very good
snowboarding,
at driving
little
games. I'm
diddy
very good at.
Yeah, buddy.
Grandma. She tried so
Grandma,
hard.
did you see her? She has
tried so
transition lenses. They're dark now.
Her bifocals now.
Oh, my hosiery is
Man, I really hit
Hey, man, you have to
the
suck
Grey
to get
Goose
better.
tent.
Oh, look at them.
I like how they have no arms.
Nope. How am I supposed to
This
play
is just
tennis
as
with no
frustrating
arms?
as NHL '94 for Sega.
Yocha.
I don't remember.
1994? You mean June 14th, 1994? Really good day in my life.
I like the callbacks, guys.
Throwback. That's you, girl. I'll be up here. Making sure.
And you knock someone out in the crowd.
I really hope that the audience is really enjoying this.
They
You just gave out a concussion.
you know
I
what?
need to,
No,
like,
some of them are
sit
frowning.
forward.
Some
I'm gonna
of them
switch
are
hands.
frowning.
I'm talking about the people actually watching.
Oh.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
righty
they
now.
matter too. Yeah.
I'm going righty
Oh,
now.
is that
What's wrong with you? When it goes to the back.
deuce?
I'm gonna go dub. That's what they do in real sports, right? In real tennis?
They hold it with both of us. Like a baseball
Oh.
bat.
Yeah.
Well, then they can't drink, so that's less fun.
It was out. It doesn't matter.
What is? Okay.
Love the dust pile. Game point.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, you
Yes!
She hit it. So
All
that's
right.
an
This next
accomplishment.
game is winner
This is
take
where we
all.
decide.
Oh wait, is this game point? I thought the last one was game
No.
point.
No, it was. They're just
that
showing
was,
a little, what happened?
It is. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So this is winner take all.
You're going down. You're out.
Boom shakalaka.
We have an audience in the Wii universe of 20 people.
I
Hey,
mean,
man.
that's a women crowd.
That's why.
So guys, what would your team name be if you had a professional sports league?
Oh God, you didn't tell me to
Listen.
think about that.
Like a mascot?
Oh, in this game.
In this game?
Oh,
I mean, it's.
So you guys are a team. Me and Stephanie are a team.
oh,
What's our team names?
we would be the Glamazons.
Oh, I love that.
Oh yeah, we're really tall.
You are tall. I
are
didn't
tall.
realize because
We are
I'm
tall.
wearing heels. I think, but
We are
yeah.
tall.
Why do you think we had to put our chairs down?
I know.
I thought that
And
was because of
raised
me,
mine
because
up.
They're like lower.
Why did you raise mine
Lower,
up?
lower. Forget the chair. Sit on the floor. Okay.
Oh gosh, Stephanie, what would our name be?
Yeah.
The jockeys.
Why?
Because you're short.
Oh, I've been
bring down
told
the
I'm
general
lady,
average.
Okay,
I'm lady tall.
above average. How about that?
Above.
Ow, ow.
Oh. And I hit a baby in the
maybe I
crowd.
should take up tennis.
I was told to take up. You're tall, yeah,
How about, like,
lanky.
the blonde
I got that
bombers?
long,
I like that.
long arms. Long arms, man. Yeah, boys. And girls. Oh God! You see what I did?
Missed it. Look at
Do you
I
see what
dove
I've
for
done?
the ball.
Have you seen what I've done?
You broke someone's jaw in the crowd.
Well, that's their own fault. They should have signed the waiver.
Look at this dive that I did not complete.
Landed on your
They're taking
face.
Aperol spritzers and enjoying this.
I have an
That's
Aperol
fine.
spritzer
I would
in my
love
weave.
that.
Oh, I'm serving now.
Oh wow, look at that.
We have
I don't use
these.
this hand.
Is that because we're tennis players?
Aperol spritzer.
I mean,
It's okay. We'll
I
take
thought
it
that-
to you.
I'm Enrique Iglesias.
Okay, so this is whatever the end of this is. I think is our the
All right. Well, I'm about to serve this
Yeah.
bad boy home.
Go for it.
Are you?
Yes, I am. Move over, Anna Cornucopia. Taking it. Nice work.
Whoa, look at
What
this.
are you doing over there? Oh my gosh. Holy shnikes. Okay.
Guys, You know what I call it?
Actually played
Both
tennis.
Coda.
You know what? I think we should change our name. Team Clutch.
Whoa.
Left side.
Oh, I'm up there.
And I hit a person directly in the head.
I do like about Wii that it, like, you hear the tennis ball being hit.
Boom.
That's a fun thing.
Just keep serving it into the same spot.
I like how I keep leaning
wanted to serve it
forward,
home. I
like
wanted
it's
to
gonna
bring
get
it
me
home.
closer to the ball.
Put that baby to bed.
You did, permanently. It's sitting in the
All right, this is game point, guys. Oh, I'm back there.
Why did you swing it?
I don't know.
Wait,
Deuce!
oh, that. Is this another game
Wait, do
point
I
after
get
this?
to? Oh, again, one more time.
Okay, so this is game point, yeah? I don't know how
you know, I
things
was
work.
aiming over there.
I like dough.
I got you, girl. It's out. We got an advantage. Whew. Home ice advantage.
We
Game
just
point.
don't know.
For realsies?
It's because it keeps going out.
Stop swinging when
It's fun. It's fun. I don't know what you want from me.
It feels like you accomplished something when you
All
hit
right.
the ball.
I
No
think-
matter where it goes.
I think we're going to play it out to the end. We're going to play it live.
Great.
Yeah.
We got the advantage. I think this is
I
game
think
point.
I think we each of our teams won twice.
Game
so-
point.
So,
Okay.
We are really not
We're gonna have
opening
no idea what's
any
happening.
doors
Last game
for
point.
women in sports right now. Just
Well, for
let
me,
you
sports.
know.
I'm definitely
well,
closing
chivalry
some
isn't
doors.
dead, and they should open the doors for us.
This definitely has closed
somebody
doors.
just prop that bad boy open. Did you see that?
All right.
Did you see that?
See, you're warming up, heating up,
Fire.
baby, heating up, heating
Fire.
up, heating up.
Put a little spice
I think
on
you guys are winning, so we're just gonna keep playing until we find a real winner.
You think we're winning because
and-
we just won? Oh wait, no.
Go Rangers.
This was
Oh, let's
a
go
lot-
Rangers. I think they're winning tonight. I hope. God, just
Oh,
like
wait, we're
us.
still-
Yeah,
Just
we
like
both
us.
won.
We're still going.
We both won 2. Am I rapping?
Should we just rock paper scissors this
No.
bad boy?
Okay, we're gonna keep going until we
God.
have an actual winner. So
What
this
do we
is
win?
winner takes all.
Okay.
All right. Oh God. And
Oh, I'm serving.
K-tape. Get it. Let's end this real quick. Out. Falling.
Ew.
This is it. It's for all the marbles.
Yes, we're tied up 2-2. So this is the
All
actual
of
winner
us?
This is the
takes
voice
all.
of God.
This is the actual winner takes all.
Of course, God is the male.
Says him.
And you got in my head. God. I need to
So
scoop.
I think we talked about this a little during our pre-show situation. I was saying I discovered during the World Cup that I don't love
It's out.
female
Out.
commentators during sports, and I feel bad for that. I don't love that I don't love women commentators. But what do
Commentators
you
or
guys?
analysts or what? Can you be more specific?
I don't know what she was doing. She was a former soccer player announcing the World Cup.
Announcing
Just because you played doesn't
She
mean
might
you
have been
can
the
announce.
commentator, the color
That's a lot
commentator.
of people in a lot of different things. So you're saying she commentated the actual game, and you did not agree with the way she was.
It wasn't anything that she was saying. She was very knowledgeable and very good at her job. I just found myself not loving a female voice talking about sports, and I think that might be a me thing. But I want to know, like, what are you guys' thoughts on that? It's a me thing.
Take that away, will you? And then I'll take her.
I don't necessarily think it's a female voice. I just think I actually don't think you just like her.
Okay. That might be very well, because I love Renee Young. She's one of the WWE announcers. But you also don't get it in. Oh, wow.
Speaking
you guys.
of, we just won, so, coming in from the back.
All right,
we won.
so probably just me.
Where are my marbles?
We're going to leave it there.
No, well, yeah.
Gals. I was going to say guys. Girls,
Boys.
thank you so
You're really-
much. So much for being here and talking sports, talking women in sports. I think this was an awesome conversation. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I know I did. Like, share, subscribe to the Bridgeside Network, and tune in tomorrow. We'll have Bridgeside Live. And next week we are back with a WrestleMania themed Brooklyn versus. So you don't want to miss it next Monday. Take it away. We're out. We're
out.
gonna maybe play some tennis.